Hi, everybody. Rick Moyer here in the studio with Rick Woods. Rick, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Good to see you today. Very excited about talking about an event you have coming up on the 21st and 22nd. Maybe even people watching it on the 21st right now. What is going on? It sounds really cool.
Okay. If you like artists, if you want to see how artists work and see some of the stuff that they do and how they do what they do, we have arranged 20 artists here in town have gotten together, and we are offering an open studio tour.
Oh, wow. I mean,
So if
actually walk into their studio and see where they do their work?
Come on,
Wow.
bring it.
That's actually fascinating. I've done some work for some different people, and I've gone into their studio for like Coastal Currents magazine and stuff. We've done photo shoots of artists and stuff like that. And each one of the artists is so unique and different, and their studios don't look
Every one of
anything the
them.
same.
Nope, they don't.
And it's an expression of them,
Yep.
and I think it's awesome. What's your studio like?
It's full of all kinds of interesting junk. I work in all media, pretty much watercolor mostly.
Oh,
Watercolor
wow.
most of the time.
Wow.
I do work in acrylic and oil. I've done prints. I've done silk screens. I've done wood cuts and lino,
Yeah.
lithographs and just
Amazing stuff.
yeah.
So tell me how this whole thing works. It's the 21st and 22nd. Starts at what time?
Starts at 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday
Okay, and goes to
till 4 p.m.
okay, both days.
both days.
Okay. And so how is somebody, if they want to go on one of these tours, do they go to all 20 or do they just pick the ones they want, or how do they figure out where they're going?
Pick the ones that you want. There is a guide that's out on the street. You can pick up a copy at Aberdeen Arts Center.
good.
Is a good source.
Great.
Online, ghostproject.art.
Oh, well, that's cool. Ghostproject.art. That's cool.
Ghost Project, all one word, and then .art.
Oh, that's really cool.
Is the tag.
And you'll be able to go in there and find the different places that have their studios open.
Correct.
All right.
There's a interactive map that's on the website. It'll take you to the Grays Harbor Open Studios tour website,
Okay.
and that's what Ghost stands for.
Oh, okay. So yeah, tell me that again. How's it go? It's Grays Harbor.
Harbor Open Studio Tour.
Oh, that's cool. Is that your brainchild?
Yeah, actually.
I love it. That's great. Well, this is going to be a really cool thing. So, do you happen to know can you name some of the artists that we're going to be able to go see their stuff at? Do you know? I mean, you've got a lot. The 20 is a lot to remember.
Yep.
But you have quite a few. Can you highlight a couple?
Oh, they're all friends. Barbara Peterson, Nancy Farrar Coughlin,
Okay.
our mayor, Doug Orr.
Oh, he's going to have it open. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, who else? Yeah.
They're all very talented. I think Grays Harbor has some amazing artists, and I don't know.
We do.
I don't know why it is in this area, but there's so many creative people, and I think a lot of times people don't realize. I mean, we've had some of the greats come out of this area, and there are some amazing artists in this area. When you go to some of these farmers markets, or you go to fairs, or you go to this and that, and you see some work, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I know that name. Why do I know that name? Because they live here.
Yes.
And they do some amazing art. So you yourself, you do watercolors, you do oils. What else did you say you did for painting?
Acrylic.
Acrylic. Okay. Big difference in those.
There is.
Okay. Watercolors always fascinated me, and I'm curious the mindset you have to have, because it's not the same as painting with acrylic.
No.
And what do you have to get in the mindset to do watercolor?
Well, they're both water-based, and you can use acrylics to do the same effects as you can with watercolor.
Right.
The watercolor is really fast, and you don't get a chance to change very much once you've laid it down on the paper. So you're kind of committed from the very start.
You can't go over the top of a watercolor without messing it up.
Right. You can't go back and rework it like you can with acrylic, and especially with oil.
Right.
I mean,
Well, yeah, oil, you can go right over the top.
or you can scrape it off and start over
Right, which is amazing to me that you can do that. That's pretty cool.
before it dries.
Yeah. Do you work in watercolor? Do you work in like a negative space? Is that how you see it that way before you?
Oh, there's all kinds of tricks. And one of the things about painting and art in general is you don't want to really overwork it. You want to put just enough detail there so that people can let their brain make up all the details for themselves.
That's amazing, because that's using your imagination. That's what art is about. You know, seeing something and then bring it out, and then people interpret it differently sometimes than
They
the
do.
artist makes it.
Oh, I hear people say they see stuff in my paintings all the time, and I'm going, oh, well,
Okay, great. that wasn't what I was doing, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right. So again, how much does something like this cost? Does it cost anything for people to go?
no, it's absolutely free.
Oh, that's so cool.
You know, the whole idea, artists have a hard time getting all of their work out. I mean, if we're part of a gallery, a big gallery space like Aberdeen Arts Center, you can only get a few pieces of your work in there at one time. So if you want to get a lot of your stuff out at one time, how do you do that? This is one very good way. You don't have to pick up and move your whole studio. You don't have to.
That is great.
You don't have to put up a pop-up tent someplace at an art fair. You don't have to disassemble your whole process and take it someplace else. You've got it all right there, and everything that you have, you can show it to people if they want to come see your work.
That's the greatest. I know.
So when you're on the tour, you just go to the map and guide. There are each artist on the website has their own page.
Oh, that's great.
So tag each artist. If you see somebody that you recognize, tag their name.
Okay,
Look
again,
at their examples.
What's the website address?
Ghostproject.art.
Ghost-
www.ghostproject.
.art. That's cool. Instead of .com, you got .art.
Yeah,
That's really awesome.
.com was taken. So.
Well, hey, we'll go with .art. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. That's unique, and people can remember that. That's great. All right, so I would recommend then, and I'm sure you would too, I would recommend then folks go to that website and kind of plan out where they're going to go. There might be something they're very interested in, and other things that are like, oh, I'm not really into that, but I'd sure like to see how that works, and so on.
Yep.
I'm not sure. You'd have to do both days to get all 20 in, I would imagine.
I would think so.
Yeah. But what a great thing. Were the folks pretty excited about doing this?
Yes.
I bet.
Yeah. This is everybody's kind of on pins and needles. Is anybody going to come?
Yeah.
Because we don't.
They will. They will. It's going to be a really, really neat, eye-opening experience for people to see that. That's going to be great. Well,
hope
Rick,
so.
this is going to be an incredible moment in time for everybody. I'm going to put the graphic up on the screen again so people can see. Again, the address is ghostproject.art.
Yep.
And they can look at all the different artist pages and kind of plan their little excursion on Saturday and Sunday.
And if you can't remember ghostproject.art, you can also search online for Grays Harbor Open Studio Tour.
Oh, that's
Very
great.
simple.
And you're on Facebook too.
Yes.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
So it's all over the place. I've been hearing about it, and yeah, we cross our fingers and hope that it's all going to be great. Thank you, Rick, for coming in. And I hope that people get a lot of information out of this video. And hopefully you'll see a whole bunch of people out there going, hey, I saw that on the video. I want to go. Before we go, though, you brought some of your artwork with you. And I'd like to see that. You brought a watercolor with you, yeah?
Yep.
Ah, that's amazing. Sorry about all the glare in here, but that is just great. Maybe bring it a little forward and we'll look at it. Yeah, you can see a little bit better there. How did you paint this, and where was this painted at, and what is it all about? Because it's cool.
This is Red Umbrellas Brunch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's from Port Hadlock, and I was just sitting out on the porch one morning.
That is great.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
At the Bayview Gallery at Old Alcohol in Port Hadlock.
That's really cool. Well, that's just one of the many cool things you can talk to Rick about in his studio, because yours is open.
Yep, and I've got probably 15 or 20 brand new pieces that nobody's seen anywhere.
Wow.
I just got it all framed up
You were
this week.
holding them back, ready to go for their release.
I've been building frames since December.
Wow, that's so cool, Rick. Thank you again for coming in, and I hope everybody enjoys this amazing tour.
Me too.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Rick.
All right.